Welcome to our church this evening. A bit better weather than last time I was standing here on Friday. Our medium in church tonight is Claire Pasterfield. Welcome, Claire. And online we have Deb Clarke waiting in the wings for our online service later. And I'll now ask Claire to open for us in prayer, and that will be followed by the Lord's Prayer.
If I can ask yourself to take yourself into quiet, if that means bow your head, please do so. Dear Lord and Divine Spirit, we invite you here this evening to help bridge the connection between the spirit world and our own. I ask for you all to open up your hearts, to send loving thoughts, memories, feelings to your past loved ones, to help them come forward strongly and confidently so that their messages of love, comfort and upliftment can be given to you here this evening. And whilst they draw forward and surround us in this loving energy, I ask you all to take some of this wonderful energy that's around you and send it out to absent friends and family members, to the animal kingdom and to those who are in need, because sometimes knowing that there are people out there thinking of them can mean a lot. And I say thank you to you all for having me here this evening, for sending your wonderful energy vibes. And I hope we all have a wonderful evening. Thank you and amen.
Amen.
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, Forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
I will now light our church candle and invite those of you who are watching from home to light yours online if you can. Candles at home and here. Sorry, I've lost my track there. As we do this, I invite you all and ask you all to ask your loved ones to draw close to us so that we can feel their presence with us tonight. May this candle be the candle to enlighten us all. May it be the light of strength and love that spreads all around. The fire that enables us to burn out our pride, our selfishness, and the impurities that are within us. May it be the flame that brings warmth into our hearts, warmth towards our families, our neighbours, our friends, and all those around us, and all those we meet on our life's journey, and all of those who need it most. I ask you to join me now in sending out love, light, and love to all those in need of healing. Loving thoughts and prayers create a strong healing energy that can reach all around the world to all the people and places that need it most. I'll begin by reading from the names of our church healing list and then offer a healing prayer. And now our prayers are asked for Darren, Claire, Derrin, Elaine, Lorraine, Michael, Donna, Margaret Knight, June, Doreen, Martin, Joyce, Billy, Chris, Gary, Michael, Peggy, Maggie, Dougie, Jenny, David, Sonic the Bird, Justin, Tom, Mark, Joan, Kim, Heather, and Veronica. Nick Burnett, Pat Eames, Jill Sauder, David Godfrey, David Hunt, I think I've got everybody there. I hope so. If I do miss any names, the fact that you put your name on the list means that healing will go out to those who've been named there, even if I've missed you on the list. Dear Heavenly Father, we join together now to send our thoughts of love, light, and healing around the world to all those in need of healing, both physically and emotionally. And we ask that you will also reach and protect our animal kingdom, the world of nature that is all around us. We pray that our energy may reach those who are cold or homeless tonight, and all those less fortunate than ourselves, wherever they may be. May our thoughts and energy tonight bring love, calm, and peace to everybody. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour. Amen. We now have 1 minute silence so that you can send out your own personal thoughts and prayers to all those in need, those whose names we have read tonight, and any you may now think of in your own thoughts. And this will be broken by the singing of the hymn Gracious Spirit, the words of which are in your purple hymn book.
Take our loved ones who are suffering, meet thy tender care. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, may thy presence shed a healing ray, turning all their nights of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, shield our kingdom, we their lives and guide. Lead them to thy heavenly kingdom, safely by thy side. Loving Father, hear us, hear us.
We now ask Peter to come to the platform and bring us our Bible reading for the service.
Evening all, and all those online. And I often say, I'm a great believer in the angels, and you've always got an angel with you wherever you are. You never lose them, they stay with you. But this evening, we've got a box here of crystals where we can touch base with our angels. You take one out of the box, hold it, touch base with your handles, and put it with your angels and put it in the dish. I think it's a lovely idea, so those in church can do that if they so wish. Tonight's reading is a lovely Bible story and a great scripture for revealing to us our weaknesses. Jesus is clearly with us, watching over us, helping us to meet our promises. I find it very challenging. I find that there is so much to learn from the messages embedded in this story. My first thought, why 153 fish is mentioned? Why not 150? A nice round number. It draws my attention to these beings much more, and the information from Jesus, the great teacher and healer, the Son of God, in this reading for us. Following the crucifixion of Easter, remember I didn't say Whitson this time, of Easter, Jesus made 3 appearances to his disciples. The first when he appeared to Mary at the tomb following his resurrection. The second, as in last week's scripture, when he appeared to the disciples and doubting Thomas. And in tonight's reading in John 21, Jesus and the miraculous catch of fish. They all have their special messages. This reading strikes a bit personal to me, as it shows how well Jesus knows us and our weaknesses. It reminds me of the phrase, go to church on a Sunday, forget it on a Monday. How quickly we forget and go back to our old way of living. I believe Jesus was showing us that when he appeared for the first time of his disciples, last week's reading, when we returned for the second time, he was sent by Father God for the disciples to receive the Holy Spirit and carry on as apostles to continue with Jesus' teachings. We ourselves, as both human and spiritual, and believers of an afterlife where our loved ones reside, we still look to mediums to give us evidence that they are there. Our mediums would tell us that we all have the ability to contact our loved ones if we go into the quiet and meditate on it. It begs the question, how many of us actually do this? There are a lot more of questions in this scripture worth probing. Why on the beach cooking breakfast of fish? Why casting their nets on the right side to produce a large number of fish and a specific number of 153? Why did Jesus ask them to bring some of the fish when he already had fish cooking and bread to break with them? Every part of the Bible reading is important, timeless and unchanging. This reading has many we would need to understand. Tonight's reading is from John 21, 1 to 14. Jesus and the miraculous catch of fish. Afterwards, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, also known as Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other disciples were together. I'm going out to fish, Simon Peter told them, and they said, we'll go with you. So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples did not recognize that it was Jesus. He called out to them, friends, haven't you any fish? No, they answered. He said, throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some. When they did, they were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. Then the disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, it is the Lord. As soon as Simon heard them say, it is the Lord, he wrapped his outer garments around him, for he had taken it off, and jumped into the water. The other disciples followed in the boat, towing the net full of fish, for they were not far from the shore, about 100 yards. When they landed, they saw a fire of burning coals there with fish on it and some bread. Jesus said to them, bring some of the fish with you. So Simon Peter climbed back into the boat and dragged the net ashore. It was full of large fish, 153. But even so with many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, come, have breakfast. None of the disciples asked him, who are you? They knew it was the Lord. Jesus came, took the bread and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. This is now the 3rd time Jesus appeared to his disciples after he was raised from the dead. God bless that reading, and thank you.
It's now time for those of you who are watching us online to join Rob and Deb, who will guide you through the rest of the service. We thank you for joining us and look forward to seeing you all again soon. Good night. God bless.
Thank you, Frank. Hello, everybody. I'm back again. I was standing here, waiting patiently, wondering who I've got. Say hello to me. If you're new, let me know if you're new. And we'll try and get around a few people. All I will ask of you is just take everything on board that Spirit says to you, because all I do is repeat what they say. So just take everything on board and go and check it out. Remember that they'll involve the rest of your family as well. So if you can't take any of the message or some of the message, just hold on to it and check with other people at home as well, or wait for it to come. And if you're new, if we give you dates, they're going to be anniversaries, birthdays or passings, and that's about it. You'll see how it'll work. Hopefully we'll get through a few people. Sometimes they direct me to names, sometimes they don't, and they'll just throw out the information and we'll have to work out who it's for. Rob usually picks up the comments and puts the comments as to who I'm reading on the screen. So hopefully we'll get the right person on the screen. When you answer, please respond as well. If you don't know, respond to us as well and tell us if you can take it. But don't just put yes. Tell us what you're responding to, like yes, I can take a George, etc., etc. You know how it works. I'm standing here at the there's a lot of people on, so hello to everybody. Some of the names are recognised, some of them I don't, but hello. You'll see how I work as I go along. The first gentleman, I don't know who I'm going to at the moment, so I'm going to have to give his details out. The first gentleman I've got with me is somebody called Bill. So if anybody understands Bill in spirit, let me know, and then we'll narrow it down. But Bill's lovely. He's got a good sense of humour. He's telling me that he's got a very dry sense of humour as Bill. He's looking for a lady on here as well, he tells me. But it's lovely Bill in spirit. A dad and a granddad, he tells me. So I'm not sure who he's looking for yet on here, but it is a lady. So Bill in spirit. Talking about a mum down here. We'll narrow it down because I know there's going to be quite a few people. So make sure you can take all of it. He's talking about a lady down here or a mum down here that needs a little bit of healing at the moment as well, a little bit of healing. So it's a mum here that needs some sort of healing at the moment that is describing as feeling a little bit under the weather. A mum around you that's feeling a little bit under the weather. And also he's talking about the month of February will mean something as well. So February is going to be an anniversary, a birthday or a passing. Okay. So a mum down here. Okay, so Sheena, light heart, Bill is my brother-in-law. In spirit, Sheena, have you still got a mum down here? Tell me that you've got a mum down here, because he's obviously trying to narrow it down. Also April, he's talking about the month of April is Bill as well. He's also talking about he has got with him your nan in spirit on your mum's side. So nan on your mum's side is with him as well. So you've got a Bill in spirit, a nan on your mum's side, and also a lady down here, a mum down here that needs a little bit of healing at the moment he's talking about as well. So where are we going? Mum down here, Sheena. Okay, let's have a look. Vicky, Bill is my great uncle. My mum has just had a knock. My birthday's in April. My nan, his sister. Vicky, who do you want? Hang on, let's go to Vicky, because he's directing me straight, Vicky, to you and directly to your mum as well. This Bill is directing me straight to your mum, so we'll concentrate on you for now. He's talking about also, Vicky, if this is for you, then he's talking about somebody that's suffering around you with arm ache as well. So I don't know if your mum's feeling. It's almost as if my arms feel a little bit heavy. My arms feel a little bit heavy, Vicky. All right, he's talking to me about that as well. He's also got with him, Bill has also got with him a cat in spirit as well, Vicky. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a cat in spirit that's bringing. He's just saying the cat's all right. The cat's here as well. He's talking to me about that. There is a new baby coming around you, Vicky, as well. Okay, all right then. There is a new baby coming around you as well, Vicky. So watch for the new baby coming. I think he's just come just to get me to the right person. So I'm with you with Bill, but he's also brought your nan. So he's brought a nan on your mum's side with him. Okay, so we're going to have a chat with your nan now because she's pushing Bill out of the way to come to you. Now, your nan thinks that you, not only does your mum need healing, but your nan is talking about you need a little bit of healing as well, Vicky. But yours is more for energy. She says you need some more energy. You need a energy boost. That's what she's saying. All right, you need a bit of an energy boost, she's saying. She's just said to me, Vicky, your get up and go has got up and gone. All right, and she's describing you as a little bit worn out. So you must be tired, Vicky, and that's why Nan's come in. She also wants to feed you. She's talking about feeding you, making sure that you eat properly. Don't skip meals, Vicky. Don't skip meals, she's saying. But with that, it's like you're grabbing things on the run. And she's also giving you a banana. So I know bananas are for energy, aren't they? And they've got potassium in them. So I don't know if you need bananas or you eat a lot of bananas, but she wants me to give you bananas. She's just said, just give me a reminder. She just said April means something. Also, July means something to you as well. She says that you send your prayers up to her a lot as well. So she's acknowledging that you're talking to her as well, Vicky, just saying, I'm aware that she talks to me. But you also send prayers up for healing for other people as well. And she's just acknowledging that with you as well. She's lovely, your Nan. She plays with your hair, Vicky. She's actually giving you like a massage. She's like massaging my head. So I don't know whether somebody does that to you or it's symbolic for something, but she's trying to massage your head. But I think it's more for a little bit of stress release, as she's putting it, a little bit of stress release. But I think you'll find that you'll find that she also plays with your hair as well. So if you're suddenly going like this, as if your hair's being played with, that's your Nan that's trying to let you know that she's around as well. She's actually telling me she's got 2 babies with her in spirit as well. So she's just letting you know the babies are okay. And she's talking about a house move for you, Vicky. So don't worry if you've just moved house, but there will be another house move for you. It can be here years ahead, but she's just said there will be another house move, she's saying. And she's putting you in the countryside. So I don't know if you like the countryside. She's almost putting you in walking boots and you're going out walking in the countryside. It's all about relaxing around you. She seems to think that if you go out walking, she's describing you as like losing yourself. You know what I mean? You do, don't you, when you're out walking? You're not thinking of anything. And that's what she's trying to get across, I think, that you need to be de-stressing, as she's just said to me, de-stressing. Somebody wants a dog, she says. There's somebody down here that wants a dog. I've been listening to them. So she's acknowledging the conversation that somebody has had about wanting a dog down here as well. So be aware of that. She's also talking about, and I don't know whether this is the same thing or she's got a memory. She's talking about a Staffordshire Bull Terrier as well. So I don't know who likes staffies or whether they're going to have a staffy. But remember, she's told you about a staffy as well. She's bringing that in as well. Okay, you won't be going to countryside, but can go walking. There's nice places. Okay, then. She's also putting glasses on you as well, Vicky, as if your eyes need... She's talking about eye testing. All right, so watch your eyes. They're getting a little bit tired. That's what she's saying. Be aware of the eye strain, she's just said to me. Be aware of the eye strain. If you can, say hello to your mum from her as well. All right, because she's acknowledging your mum quite a lot as well. Your mum sends her prayers up to spirit as well. And your mum actually senses spirit as well. So I don't know if you're aware of that, but your Nan's saying your mum actually senses spirit. Okay, so she's talking about that. She just wanted to pop in and say hello. She's telling me she's popped in to let you know there's a lot of healing going on. Okay, there's a lot of healing going on around your family, she's just said to me. Okay, and that's why she wanted to pop in to let you know that spirit are sending healing down as well. Okay, anything else? Just saying, is there anything else? And she's saying, no. She's saying, oh, she says, before I go, she says, somebody likes the cartoons. Somebody likes watching cartoons on the telly. She wants me to tell you that as well. And also somebody likes Mickey Mouse as well. She's just said to me. She's actually sending me off to Florida with Mickey Mouse. So I don't know if there's a link there as well, but she's putting ears on me and sending me off to Florida. So watch for that link as well. She says, I'm just popping in just to say hello, she's saying. Just to say hello and reassure you that I'm around, she's saying. So I hope that was okay. You can tell her that you love her anyway, Vicky. You know, you don't need me to say that. Just tell her yourself. She'll soon pick it up if you talk to her. All right, then. Oh, apparently you tell her a lot. She's just responded to that. You tell her a lot that you love her anyway. She's just said to me, back at you, she's saying. Back at you, Vicky. Oh, she's laughing, making me laugh. She's saying, just trying to get down with the kids, she's saying. Back at you, she's saying. Okay. She's lovely, Vicky. So I'll leave her love with you. Okay. Leaving her love with you. I've got a lovely dad. Who am I go? D Hunt, have you got a dad in spirit? I'm directed straight to you, D, with a lovely gent that wants to say hello to you, D. So it's telling me it's dad, all right, that wants to say hello. So hopefully you can take this lovely dad. He's coming in, first of all, with the month of February. That means something. And he's also putting his hands on your face like this, D. as if, you know, a bit of comfort. That's what they do this for me. It's symbolic for he wants to go, he needs a little bit of comfort. He's just said to me, he probably wouldn't have believed in this, he said, Dee. He said, don't think I'd have believed in this when I was down here. He says, I can't believe you can do this. And that's exactly what I said, Dee. I just can't believe you can actually do this. He says, I just wanted to pop in and say hello, Dee. He says, I just wanted to pop in and say hello. You've been talking about me recently. He says, I've heard you. He's going like this, so I don't know if you do this a lot. I've heard you, Dee, talking about me, he says. And also looking at photographs, Dee, he says. You've been looking at photographs. He says, she looks at my photograph quite a lot, he's saying. She looks at my photograph quite a lot. He's just made me read your message. So they're sending it makes me say, you know, that we're sending your husband healing. It's just reassuring that your husband is getting healing from spirit as well. But your dad is also talking about the need for healing around you as well, Dee. All right. It's more, you need a bit of a rest. Okay, he's saying she needs to put her feet up. She needs a bit of a rest. So make sure you get that rest. Don't be rushing off, he's saying. Don't be rushing off. Sit down, he says. Have that cup of tea, he's saying. Have that cup of tea. Now, he's got a memory of cup of tea with somebody that used to like he's putting fig rolls on the side of the saucer, Dee. So somebody used to like their fig rolls as well. So he's giving you fig rolls as a memory. Okay, and he's also talking about somebody actually likes their cakes, Dee. So I don't know if he means it's him, your mom, or you, but he's talking about somebody that liked Swiss rolls as well. In fact, he's telling me that someone in the family had a go at making Swiss rolls, but you know, when you roll it, it's coming apart, it's splitting a bit, and he's just having a bit of a laugh. He's still talking about cakes, by the way. He's just telling me that also, besides the Swiss roll, okay, he's talking about chocolate logs. Somebody that likes to make the chocolate logs as well, you know, like we used to at school. He's bringing in the chocolate log making as well, just having a bit of a giggle. Okay, what are you talking about now? Now he's changed the subject now, and we're off to Austria now, Dee. I wondered because I thought he was showing me Switzerland, but he's talking about Austria. But he's talking about, I think it's I don't know whether it's their national costume. You know, the men when they're in the lovely bright coloured, I don't know what you call them. They've got like shorts and do you know, Spirit, don't tell me the names. My brain goes when I do this, and I can't remember normal things. The braces. He's showing me the uniform or the national dress of Austria with the men in braces and the shorts. So I don't know what that means to you. If it doesn't at the moment, hold on to it, because there's going to be a link there as well. Your dad's having a bit of a laugh, I think. He's also talking to me about is this tap shoes he's talking to me about as well. Somebody that either did tap or had those, we used to call them segs, that used to stop your heels wearing out, because I can hear them going across the floor. He's talking about a memory of that as well. In fact, he tells me, Dee, that there is an army link in your family as well. I think it's up in spirit now, but he's just said to me there's an army link with you as well. Okay. Now, there's a new baby coming around you, Dee, so watch for the new baby. And he tells me this is in the family as well. So watch for the new baby coming. And also he tells me there is a nursing link in your family as well somewhere. So I don't know if you're aware of that. Oh, he's just gone back to you looking at photographs. I think I told you, didn't I, before? He's just repeating himself if I did. He's just making sure you're aware that he was watching somebody that was going through the old photographs and also pointing out people on the photographs as well. He's telling me about that. He says, I've got Betty in spirit with me as well, he says. Okay. And he's also talking about a lady called Alice in spirit as well. Wants to say hello to you. So there's Betty, there's Alice. There's a gentleman he knows called Alan in spirit. And also the surname Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson, I think it is, Cuthbertson. You'll find out where that is as well. He's just saying to me, Dad, he says, I do hear you talking to me. I am trying to, Alan, your uncle, that's good. I am trying to let you know I'm around, he's saying. Your dad tends to move things, Dee, so watch for little things moving. But also he comes quite cold, okay? So watch for the cold. You'll get a bit of a chill. You'll go a bit like this. Don't worry about things you can't understand. You'll find it out, Dee. Just check with people around you. But he's talking about feeling cold when he comes round you. He sometimes sits next to you as well. He's just wanting to say, do you remember the wing back chair that somebody had? I don't know who had, he's not telling me, but he's giving you a memory of somebody that had a wing back chair that used to sit in it. All right, he's talking about it. Yeah, so he's playing with things, he's moving stuff just to get your attention. Just be careful on your feet, he's saying. You know, we don't want you, he's claiming you're a bit wobbly, Dee. And sometimes, you know, when we sometimes walk through a door and we kind of catch it with our arm like this, you know, we catch the side of the door because we wobble. He's just talking about that. So be aware, and also be aware of, stubbing your toe. Watch, make sure you put something on your feet, Dee. Don't walk around in bare feet, because your dad's talking about stubbing your toe on a door. Oh, they're mobility problems. So make sure you've got some on your feet, because, you know, I can say, oh, that's horrible, because I can see your toes going under the door and scraping the skin off them a little bit. So just make sure you've got something on your feet, Dee. Okay, anything? He's just said to me he's got your mother-in-law in spirit. Do you understand that, Dee? He just said, that's all he said is he's just said, I've got a mother-in-law in spirit. I've got a mother-in-law in spirit. Oh, have you already done it, have you? Dee. All right then. Well, hopefully then, let's hope he's acknowledging you've done it and I've got it wrong and it's not to come then. We'll put it in the past. Let him acknowledge that you've done it, because we don't want it to happen. But yeah, I've got a mother-in-law in spirit, he says, that wants to say hello to you. And also a lady in spirit. Oh, hang on, another one. A lady in spirit called Anne. And also a lady in spirit that passed with breast cancer as well, wants to be remembered to you. And also Barbara as well. You've got loads of people wanting to say hello. Your dad's brought them along, he says, because we want to make sure that you understand there are people up here that are taking care of you as well. And you've got company. So I don't know if you've felt on your own sometimes or a little bit lonely. And it's just acknowledging that spirit are here. We're here, and we're looking after you. We're with you. So you're not on your own. Okay. Anything else? He's lovely, your dad. He's going to go in a minute. He's quite happily chat. But he's just got another memory, I think, because he's talking about somebody that had one of those handlebar moustaches, and he's giving it a little bit of that, because he's just said to me, ask her if she remembers the gent that had the handlebar moustache. He says, so he's bringing you a memory. And also the pushing of somebody in a wheelbarrow. You know, we used to play with the wheelbarrows and push people in the wheelbarrows. He's pushing somebody in a wheelbarrow as well. So he's giving you lovely, nice memories. He just wants me to finish off. He just wants me to say, he says, I just want to reassure her that I'm there. He says, I'm still here, he's saying. She may not see me, although he says she can feel me, but I'm still here. I am still here. And I'm fine, he's saying. If you've been asking, I'm fine. They always want to let us know that they're fine. So he's saying, I'm fine, I'm here, I'm happy. I want you to be happy. He's saying, I want you to be happy. Keep smiling. Oh, he wants to buy you. He wants to give you some flowers, Dee. But he said to me, can you tell her to go out and buy herself some flowers? But he wants you to buy yellow flowers, Dee. Now, first of all, he gave me daffodils, and then he turned them into roses. So I don't know if you've got a choice or whether you want to buy both. He wants you to buy yellow. He likes yellow. He says there must be yellow flowers for some reason, Dee. So buy yourself a nice bunch of yellow roses or yellow daffodils, as he's giving you. And they're from me, he says. They're from me. Okay, but obviously you've got to buy them. He's having a bit of a giggle about that. He's having a bit of a giggle. But buy your flowers, he's saying. Anything more? He says, no, I'm going now, but I just want to give her a box of milk tray. He's giving you gifts. He's going to go in a minute. But he's giving you gifts. But he just wants to give you, is it milk tray? Yeah, he's giving you a box of milk tray, D. But he's popping out I don't know if there is a coffee one in there, but for some reason he wants to pinch the coffee one, and also the strawberry cream is pinching out this box of milk tray. So I don't know if they're his favourites or whether you don't like them, but that's what he wants to do. All right, he's sending you his love. You'll probably feel him as well, D. I'd feel him around your face because it's like he's kissing you. So if you suddenly go like this, he's giving you a little bit of a peck on the cheek, he's just said to me. A peck on the cheek. Okay. So he's going to go now, dear. He's blowing your kisses. So I hope that was okay for you. I'm blowing your kisses. You see, I'm halfway between another message. Well, I'm just about finished with you, but sometimes I get a double... Oh, right, okay. Hate those two. I'll get a double link just before I'm leaving. If you can take a billy goat, D, somebody that had a goat, take it, because he's talking to me about goats, but I've got someone else here as well talking to me about goats. I don't know if there's somebody on here that can take somebody that had a goat as a pet or lived on a farm or something, because I've got another gent that's talking about a billy goat. Oh, is this the... Oh, hang on a minute. I've got a granddad here now who's talking about billy goats, but he's talking about that story, Billy Goat Gruff. So I know whoever got here, the gentleman I've got here, used to read that story, but also somebody also had a pet, I think, as a goat or something, a goat. But he's a lovely granddad that's talking about reading the book as well. There's a memory of reading the book. Okay. So who have we got here? So yes, my friend had a goat as a pet. Now, Jackie, have you got dad in spirit, Jackie? Because I've got a gentleman here. And can you also take the reading of the Billy Goat Gruff poem or story or whatever it is? Can you take that as well with a lovely dad in spirit that's talking about this? The first thing he told me, though, was the pet as the goat. So I'm just waiting for your comments to come back up so I know who I'm with. It's lovely, this dad. He wants to give somebody a well done as well. So I don't know what's going on around you, Jackie. It's not dad, it's granddad. They can't take the reading. No, I don't think it's for you then. Is there anybody else that can take the reading of the Billy Goat Gruff? Got a lovely granddad that's reading it. And he's also talking about reading Goldilocks as well. So I know this granddad used to read stories to his grandkids when they were younger as well. All right, so we'll have to give you a little bit more. Also, the name of spirit of Joan means something as well, Joan in spirit. So we've got a lovely granddad talking about billy goats and Billy Goat Gruff and reading stories. And he's also got somebody in spirit that's called Joan, a lady called Joan as well, that wants to pop in and say hello. This granddad's going to, oh, hang on. He's just given me the name Mike as well. I joke about my granddad getting a goat when he moved to Norfolk. And Joan D. Can you? So it may well be I'm still stuck with you, D. It might be the leftovers. They're trying to get a little bit more in for you then, D. What's this other lady's one? Charles Annalise Farmer. I joke about my granddad. Is your granddad in spirit? Is it Chelsea, is it? Or I don't know, when he moved to Norfolk. Okay. I'll wait for a few comments. I know the comments take a while to come up. That's why I'm hesitating a little bit. You take your your bits as well, D. Take your bits. Is it Chelsea? Chelsea. We'll go with you then, Chelsea. See if this is for you then. If you've got a lovely granddad in spirit, you've also got a nan up there, he tells me as well. Your nan's up there with him as well. All right. Yes, he passed not long after moving there. Okay then. All right then, Chelsea. Let's come with you then with the granddad then that's talking about this billy goat. All right. But he's also talking about a lady with him who had trouble with her hands, like arthritis as well. He's got a lovely nan here, and one of your nans is with him, and she apparently had trouble with her hands, you know, a touch of arthritis. So they're both here. So we'll talk to your granddad first because he came in first, and he's talking to me about April. So April will mean something, and also July will mean something, and he's talking to me about Spain. All right, so there's going to be a link to Spain. It's like he's moving me to Spain. So I don't know whether it's going to be a holiday or whether somebody might consider going there, Chelsea. So watch for somebody considering going to Spain, maybe to live or to stay for a few months, because he keeps giving me Spain. I think it's Andalusia or something, Andalusia in Spain that he's talking to me about. So watch for that, Chelsea. Now, he wants me to give you books to read. It's like a bit of study. So watch for the studying coming your way, I'm afraid, Chelsea, that he's giving to you. He's piling books up in front of you. There's quite a lot of books as well. But he's just said to me, but it's her decision whether you do it or not. And that's exactly what it's said. All right, your decision as to whether you do this studying or not. There is nursing around you, a nursing link around you, you know, the profession around you as well. He's talking about that, Chelsea. So wait for that. If you don't understand it, he's talking about that. And your granddad's given me, he's just brought in an Alsatian dogging spirit that somebody had as well. So he's just telling you the dog's here, the dog's here. He's also got a cat with him, not showing me the colours or anything, but he's just mentioning the cat's here as well. Now, there's 2 babies also in spirit, Chelsea, that he's bringing in. There he's just saying the babies are here, the babies are here. So he's got 2 babies that have gone from the family. Over time, he's saying, all right, that he's bringing up in spirit as well. He's just said to me also, Chelsea, there's somebody around you that's, I don't know whether he means they are at the moment or they're going to be a good golfer. So somebody's going to be very good at playing golf around you if they're not there already. So watch for that coming up as well. Okay, it's like they're going to the drive. I think it's called the drive, isn't it? Where they go and practice. But he's talking about somebody wanting to go to the drive and they're going to turn out to be a good golfer. So watch for that as well. Now, what is it? Chelsea? He's putting, what's he doing? He's talking about somebody that needs new shoes. He actually made me look at your picture. And he's putting shoes on you, but they're comfortable shoes. So I don't know if you're having problems with your feet and he thinks you ought to wear some comfy shoes, or there's somebody around you. It's as if my shoes are too tight and they're hurting my feet. He's talking about bunions and blisters, Chelsea. So watch for that. All right, bunions and bunions and blisters. So watch for that, Chelsea, around you as well. Just mentioning that, that's all. He says, talking about, I don't know if it's Lexi, because he made me go to your message there. He's just gone to Lexi and he says, oh, somebody's been on about wanting their bedroom decorating or decorating their bedroom. And this is a youngster that wants their bedroom decorating. And I don't know if it's Lexi that likes like angels or fairies. I think it's a fairy wallpaper I can see, a fairy wallpaper, and she's got a little wand. So I don't know if that's a memory for him or she wants that, but he's talking about fairy wallpaper. Somebody, I don't know if she's very girly because he's giving me all pink for her. All right, giving me all pink. So I think he's just letting you know he's keeping her eye on. Oh, hang on, he's keeping his eye on her. Watch her, because you know what he's doing, Chelsea? He's put a violin in her arm. He's called it fiddle. Okay, violin or a fiddle in her arm. So I don't know if she plays it already or she's going to have some sort of interest. But he's put it in her hand as if she's going to have some sort of interest in it. So watch for that as well. All right, she might be quite good at that as well. New baby on the way. She has to move. Okay. All right, so watch for the one of them that's good with the fiddle or the, like I say, the violin. Okay. I don't know what he's telling me now. He's just gone to me, Chelsea. Big Ted, little Ted. Big Ted, little Ted. So it obviously means something to him or something to you. It looks like to me somebody's got, you know, they call one of the teddies Big Ted, and then they call the other one Little Ted. So I'll leave that with you. He also wants to link you with Scotland. He's talking about Scotland as well. So watch for the link to Edinburgh, because he's talking about the festivals in Scotland. So I think somebody's going to be interested in going up there as well. The name Luke down here means something as well. Okay, the name Luke. When they talk about somebody down here, it's either because they need healing, or there's something going on around them that you're going to hear about. And I think with Luke, you're going to hear something around him. It won't be bad. It'll be a bit of news or gossip or something like that. But he's aware of Luke. He's just said, I'm aware of Luke. There's also a trip to London, he says. So there's quite a bit of travelling coming up around you, Chelsea, that he's talking about. But he's just said to me there's a link to London as well. In fact, this looks like a scenic trip, because he's put me on top of a London bus, and I'm going around looking at all the sites. So watch for the London bus. He's actually just told me about what's it called on the telly, with Simon Cowell, that programme, Britain's Got Talent. For some reason, he's connecting me with London and Britain's Got Talent. So there's a link there with you or with somebody in the family. So I don't know if somebody's interested in it or something like that. I don't know what he's talking about. So I'll have to leave that with you, Chelsea. He says, I've just wanted to pop in and say hello. No specific reason other than to say hello, he says, and let you know that I'm still watching. I still know what's going on, he's saying. I'm still here and I still know what's going on, he's just said to me. So I just wanted to pop in and say hello. And thank you for talking to me, he says, because you do talk to him and also talk about him as well. He hears people talking about him as well. And he's just acknowledging that he's listening. And he likes the fact that people still talk about him. Anything more? He's saying, no, I'm sending me love. He's saying, I'm sending me love. You've also got Betty up here as well. Betty's up here with me as well, he says. So Betty wants to say hello. And also Jack. He's talking about Jack. The name Jack will mean something. Anything else? We always talked about him. Yeah, so he obviously knows you're still talking about him. Okay. Anything more? No. He's going to go. So I'm leaving his love with you, Chelsea. I hope that was okay for you. Just know that he's taking, that's his words. He's changed my words to say, just know that I'm taking care of you all. I'm still here and I'm taking care of you to the best of my ability, he's just saying. And that's how he leaves. It's lovely. So I'll leave his love with you, Chelsea. Hope that was okay for you. Okay. I've got a mum now. Now, where are you from? Who are you for? Lovely mum, looking for a daughter. I don't know who she is. I've got a lovely mum with me, but I know she's making me do this. But it's as if I'm thinking. So somebody, this mum is talking about, she knows somebody that when they're deep in thought, they tend to do this kind of thing. I'm deep in thought, I'm thinking. I've got a lovely mum. She tells me that somebody is recently, or somebody actually on a regular basis, not only looks at her photograph, but also have still got an item of hers that they hold. So a lovely mom that's saying that she's got knowledge of somebody that does this when they're thinking, but also they look at a photograph and they also hold an item of hers every now and again. I don't know if it's a piece of clothing or a small piece of clothing or something like that, but they're holding something and talking to her. And this mom says they talk to her regularly. So she's in touch with her daughter, as she says, regularly, because they talk to her. Also, whoever this daughter is she wants to contact, she says this daughter has seen a robin recently and has said, oh, have you sent that, Mom? So somebody's actually acknowledged a robin in the garden as well. Okay, Corrie, so if this is you, let me know. But so somebody's acknowledged a robin and associates it with their mom in spirit as well. Okay, we'll get a bit more because I think there's a couple of people down here. I don't know which one it is for yet. She's just, so it isn't you, Corinne, okay. She's also talking about the month of April will mean something as well. And I don't know what this is. She's also just given me a load of cellophane stuff. Somebody, she says, has handled cellophane stuff recently. You know, the type of stuff that they wrap flowers around. Okay, somebody has been touching that or messing around with that. This mum was saying, who do you want to go to? Lovely. I don't know which one I'm with yet, because I know there's quite a few, so she'll have to give me a little bit more. It's definitely a mum. I don't feel it's a mum-in-law because she's telling me it's mum here. Okay, so what we got then? She's also giving the memory. She wants to do something with my ear. Oh, hang on a minute. Your mum's aware of somebody, and I think this is a memory for her, that when they were naughty, they used to get a bit of a slap around the ear roll, because she's given me a bit of a red ear. Okay, so I know in her day, if they were naughty, I think they used to get a bit of a slap on the ear roll. So she's got a memory of that as well. So I'm hoping somebody can take that. Month of July, she says, I don't know if I give you July, but she's talking about the month of July as well. And anything else? A twin link. Not your mom, no, Sarah. She's also talking about a twin link as well. And there's a Jack in spirit as well. What did you go with? Now, this mom, she went with Cancer, she's telling me as well. Okay. So if it's you, Corrie, did your mum go with Cancer? Because she's telling me about Cancer. She's bringing in, I said to her, I don't usually bother asking them what they pass with, because, you know, I don't know why, I just don't. But she's telling me it was Cancer. So, all right, perhaps with you then, Corrie. We'll keep going. All right, so I'll concentrate on you then, Corrie. Mom, you've been holding something belonging to her as well, Corrie, because she mentioned that as well. Somebody holding something recently belonging to her, but also she's acknowledging that somebody lit a candle for her as well. So I'm not saying recently, but she's acknowledging, okay, she's acknowledging that somebody lit a candle for her. She's telling me also there's an anniversary of a passing coming up, she's saying. So there's an anniversary, okay, it's with you then, Corrie. She's telling me there's an anniversary of a passing as well that's coming up, and the month of September means something. Sorry if I repeat myself, because I'm still going on. Oh, it's Corrie on with Nicola. She's just telling me your mom, Corrie, is telling me she's got Jack there with her. All right, so she wants to acknowledge Jack's there as well. Okay, come on then. Now she's just made me, Corrie, go quite dizzy, and I don't know whether she means it's her that. Oh no, it isn't. She's just told me, you be careful, Corrie, because it's like I'm going a little bit lightheaded with you. All right, you'll find him. Don't worry, Corrie. But she's telling me about you going a little bit lightheaded. It feels as though when you stand up too quickly, just be aware of lightheadedness, she wants to say to you, Corrie. Okay, so just be aware of that. And also, Corrie, with you, she's saying, be careful as you're stepping down steps. It's like just one step, like off a curb or something. It's almost like she's made me step off a curb and I've like twisted my ankle, because I haven't been concentrating properly. All right, so be aware of that. It's all about be aware of stepping off the curb. Also be aware of there's a loose drain somewhere, Corrie, that your mum's on about, a loose drain. So be aware of a drain. It's like on a pavement or on, you know what, it's all to do with a curb, Corrie, because I can see the curb and she's showing me this drain. And she's telling you to be aware, all right? Be aware of this drain because it's a little bit loose. So be aware of that, Corrie. Now she's warned you, you'll be okay, hopefully. She's putting new glasses on you because she's just said to me, oh, somebody needs an eye check. Somebody needs an eye check, all right? So be aware of that as well. She's saying, there's another Bet. There's a Bet up in spirit as well, another Betty, but she's shortening hers to Bet. Bet wants to be remembered. Now, when your mom comes around you, you should smell. She likes her perfumes, but she likes Lily of the Valley. All right, so the old style perfumes, okay. But she's also talking to me about. I don't know how old you are, but she's talking to me about Yardley talcum powder, and it's in the tin. Used to be able to get it with it's lavender. I can see the lavender on it. All right, so she's talking to me about that. So there's a memory of Yardley lavender talcum powder as well. She wants me to give to you. Okay, and now she's gone on to a music box. She's not describing it to me. She's just saying, oh, we've got memories of a music box as well, a little music box. It's one where you can, I don't know whether it's a jewellery box because I can see her putting stuff in it, but I know that it used to play music and she wants me to give that to you as well. Okay. Oh. She's talking about somebody in spirit, Corrie, a lady in spirit that's now in spirit that I don't know how to put this, that wasn't able to take care of herself very well. That's how she's putting it. So there's a lovely lady, not your mum, with her that wasn't allowed to take care of herself very well, as in washing, that type of thing. I don't know why she wants me to tell you, but she just wants to give you a reminder of this lovely lady that's now in spirit. But it's due to illness that she couldn't take care of herself very well or something. I don't know why she wants to tell me that, but she wants to say hello from the lady. Bill in spirit as well. If I didn't give you Bill wants to say hello. No, it's a bit like this, isn't it, with the lady, Corrie? Even I'm not getting enough, but for some reason, she's probably trying to describe something to me and I'm not picking it up quite well enough. But hopefully you'll sort it out. But we'll go on from that. Bill wants to say hello to you as well from spirit, and also a lady called Olive. Also, there is a little couple of dogs up there for you, Corrie. There's a little West Highland Terrier, one of those little white lovely ones, West Highland, and also a little Yorkshire Terrier as well in spirit. That's up there as well. Your mum's calling a dog, I don't know which one she means, but one of them was quite yappy. She's calling them the yappy dog is here. The yappy dog is here. She's talking about somebody down here called Amanda around you. So watch for Amanda, Corrie. She needs a little bit of healing, whoever she's going to be. All right, but she's talking about a connection with Amanda. But she's also talking to me about a link to Australia as well, Corrie. Okay, so watch for the communication to Australia. All right, so watch for that as well that she's talking about. Okay, she's just come in. She says, I just thought I'd pop in and say hello. She's like the others today. She's just saying, wanted to pop in and say hello and let you know that I'm around, because she's aware of you talking about her. And also you send up your prayers to her as well. You say hello. So that's why she's popped in to see you, just to acknowledge that, I think. Yeah, so watch for the communication going backwards and forwards. News coming, she's saying, news coming, Corrie. Okay, so you're going to be hearing some news from Australia. Anything else? Watch for the phone ringing, Corrie. Apparently you can pick up, and you're quite psychic as well, because your mum's talking about, you know, when the phone rings and we suddenly go, oh, I know who that is, or the phone's going to ring in a minute. She's doing that with you as if there's a phone call coming in, but you know who it is. You sometimes know who it is. She's having a bit of a giggle. But she is talking about somebody that used to read the tea leaves in your family as well, Corrie. So she's bringing that around to you as well. So watch for that as well, Corrie. Okay. She's just sending her love. I think she just wants to acknowledge that, she hears you, all right, and that she's around. And that's why she's popped in. Okay. Anything else? So I'm leaving her with you, Corrie, leaving her love with you. She's blowing you kisses. That's why I do this, because they all say, can you blow her a kiss? Can you blow her a kiss? So that's what I'm doing, blowing you a kiss. So I hope that was okay with you. Okay, where are we going next? I think I've got room for another one, I think. Let's have a look. I've got an Uncle Harry here. He's just said to me, I'm Uncle Harry. Uncle Harry. Hello, Uncle Harry. Uncle Harry here, but he's bringing in your mom. So if somebody's got an Uncle Harry in spirit with a mom up there as well, let me know. But it's Uncle Harry that's coming in. He's lovely. He's got a lovely smile on him. He's just said to me, more like a grin more like a grin. He's just said to me. So he's got a lovely sense of humour as Uncle Harry. He's lovely. He's telling me actually he's on the dad's side as well. He's on your dad's side. So whoever Uncle Harry belongs to, he belongs on your dad's side. But he's also got your mum up there with him as well. So if anybody can take him, let me know. He's lovely. He's just standing here patiently. He used to wear a cap because he's just put a cap on my head. And he's pulling this cap down. And I don't know whether he used to sing a lot, but he's singing that song, I'm Singing in the Rain. From you know what film it is, I can't remember what it's called now, but I'm Singing in the Rain. He's singing me that song as well, so he's got a link to that. He either likes singing or he's heard somebody singing that song recently. Uncle Harry with a lovely mom. Okay, come on then, Harry. He's just said to me now, Harry has just said he's got somebody, I don't think he means him and I don't think he means your mom, but he's just said to me, I'm aware of somebody in spirit that passed with Parkinson's disease as well, he's saying. So there's Uncle Harry, your mom, and also the connection with Parkinson's that Harry is talking about to me as well. And also he's got a baby with him as well that passed. So if nobody can take it, I'll quickly move on because I know it takes a while. So that's why I'm carrying on, because I know the comments are a little bit slow, but I won't go on for much longer if nobody can take him. Come on, Harry. He's also talking to me about farming link as well. But he's talking about me. He's talking about sheep and dogs, sheep herding. He's talking to me about that as well. So I know there's a farming link in the family as well. But if nobody can take him by the look of it, I don't think anybody can so far. We'll let him sit aside. Obviously just popped in to say hello then, hasn't he, to somebody, or just popped in for a nose. Just watch the comments for a second, because I've got him and I don't think I've got anyone else coming in. Actually, hold on a minute. While we've just parked Harry and your mom, whoever's mom is with him, I've just got a lovely lady that's talking to me about the surname Andrews. So if anybody's connected to the surname Andrews, let me know, because I've got a lovely mom in spirit. I've got a few moms coming through tonight that are trying to get hold to people. So a lovely mom that's talking to me about the surname Andrews, and also the month of July is the connection as well. She's talking about, she's looking for a lady on here. I feel like I'm going to go to another lady on here. So mom, the surname Andrews. Also, the first name of Tracy will mean something as well. She's telling me she's connected to a Tracy as well, or she knows of a Tracy down here. Okay, but it don't look so anybody's taken her. So perhaps they've either gone off, or perhaps somebody who reads it or looks at it later might be able to take it. Nobody taking her by the look of it. Don't look like it, does it? Nobody, Rob. You can't see anybody, can you, yet? Tracy and Andrew. Yeah, I've moved on, you see, from Corrie. I know I've moved on from you, Corrie. I know this is for somebody else, but perhaps I've finished. So I'm about finished now anyway. So I might leave it at that if nobody can take them and park them for some reason. So I'll leave it at that. I think my auntie was Andrews. Andrew first name. No, it's definitely a surname, Corrie, because she's talking to me about the surname Andrews. Is this lovely mom? Okay, talking to me about the surname Andrews. She's also rubbing my hands, which means that she's aware of somebody that's got healing in the hands as well. That's what I normally get when I'm rubbing my hands. It's because they're telling me that somebody down here has got healing in their hands. So she's bringing that in as well. Okay, I'll leave it at that then, Rob. Have I about finished? I'm not too early, am I?
No, not at all, Deb. Of course, you did a longer stint than most because we didn't do the address earlier, did we? So we've got
right,
to lots of people. Thank
If
you
we
so
can't
much.
fit it in, I can't see any comments coming up, so perhaps they just popped in, I don't know. But so I'll leave you all with that. I hope that was okay. If you didn't get a message, just remember, it doesn't mean to say that your loved ones aren't with you. It just means that, that the Spirit are very good at getting to the people they know need it at this time. So maybe next time you'll get a message when it's your time. But thanks for joining us. Okay, Rob?
Yeah, absolutely lovely. Well, we've got Frank's cards for the week ahead as well, so everyone can get something from those. So we'll come back to you for the closing prayer, Deb, after that.
All right then.
Perfect. All right, yeah, lovely evening, lovely messages there, lots of good evidence. Okay, well, let's go over to Frank, who draws 3 of his animal cards each week and gives an uplifting message for the week ahead so that everyone can take something away. So let's see what Frank's got this week.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the citrine, and with that goes the card for the Abyssinian cat. This cat says you may be stressed at the moment because you're trying to do too much at once and you have too many responsibilities to handle. It says you need to balance your professional and personal life and bring some fun back into life. The Abyssinian teaches you that negative thinking will not get you the successful outcome you are looking for. Just as bees symbolise trying to multitask and contend with many happy opportunities at once, this card indicates a great deal of stress unless you try not to have more than one job at a time to do. The Abyssinian asks that you have more fun in your life. Try to find ways to infuse a bit of joy into whatever you are doing at the moment. This cat wants you to lighten up and, if possible, try to find the right balance between professional and personal life. The Abyssinian is the oldest cat of breeds, and as such has learned that all work and no play makes Jack or Jill a very dull person. The cat is very personable and curious, and simply loves to play and explore and experience new things and be happy. It therefore asks that you allow it to encourage you to learn from its balanced lifestyle and enjoy life and balance work and play evenly. Our second crystal is the rose quartz, and with that goes the card for the owl. The owl is about wisdom and knowledge, intuition and insight, and seeing what others cannot, exercising excellent foresight and planning and patience, and having the power that comes from being still and listening to your inner voice. The owl says it's time for quiet contemplation rather than taking action now. In fact, you would gain great clarity and insight just by sitting still and noticing what is going on around and within you. The owl says it isn't necessary to express your thoughts at this time. Instead, meditate on what you already know and what you are currently learning. Trust the power of your intuition. Listen to the ideas of others, but keep your thoughts private. Watch all that's coming in your environment and gather the essential information. Soon it will be time to act, but for now, rest in silence is the order of the day. What comes to mind when you think of an owl? Perhaps you imagine a great, solemn bird who can see in the dark and sits patiently and soundlessly. This card asks that you too be owl-like in your actions. Owls represent knowledge and wisdom. Both are extremely valuable to you, but they are not the same thing. Knowledge is purely information, while wisdom indicates experience. Owls wait for the perfect time, and only when they see it do they take flight. The owl has amazing night vision, penetrating the darkness to find the light of truth. And this owl now wants you to know that if you listen to your own divine guidance and trust your intuition, you'll be able to see the truth just as clearly as he does. Our third crystal is the amethyst, and with that goes the card for the parrot. The parrot is about new ideas, gathering facts in order to make things successful, and being prepared to practice repeatedly, because practice makes perfect. This parrot says this is the ideal time to learn everything you can, maybe about something you are doing now or something new you are thinking of taking up. It says maybe go back into education. Or read and research the subject you are doing or your new one. If you are considering mastering a new career or trade, then maybe it's time to find a mentor or seek out a job where those skills can be taught to you. If you do your very best work, you will receive prosperity and also achieve advancement. You may find yourself needing to do research or starting long-term projects. You deserve to be paid well for high quality of work that you produce. Parrots are beautiful birds, known for vivid colours and their amazing ability to mimic and speak the human word. This bird asks and says to you, he is able to do this by repetitive practice, and you need to do the same in order to perfect what you are trying to do and acquire the skills you seek. Parrots have an innate ability to learn, and this parrot says you share that trait with him. 3 very good cards there tonight. Lovely cards, I think, and I hope you enjoyed them, and thank you for listening to me.
Lovely, thank you, Frank. Okay, well, I think we may have lost Deb's connection, so we won't go back to Deb. We will play the closing Vesper to bring tonight's service to a close. Well, thank you so much to Deb Clarke for taking tonight's service and those wonderful messages and that evidence of survival. I'd like to say thank you to Claire Pasterfield as well, who's our medium in church. You've just seen Claire opening for us in prayer earlier. Thank you to Frank for chairing in church. Thank you to Peter for the Bible reading, as always. Thank you again to Frank for his cards. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a good week ahead, and I hope you can join us next Sunday for another online service. Good night.